Hello guys, my name is Acosta and welcome back to another episode on programming in Python. For today's video we're going to be doing hypothetical questions which can come up in the AQA computer science exam. For this video we're going to be looking at a thing called close shot. It's a mechanic that I've decided to design and create, and basically it tells the user that they've had a close shot if they've hit within a one, if there's a ship within a 1 square of their hit. So let's say, you know, they take a hit, they've missed, but the ship is like a 1 square away from any side, vertical, horizontal, diagonal. The program should tell you that you've had a close shot. And how to exactly do this? Well, what we're gonna have to do is two for loops, and we're gonna have to loop around the board and check check all the squares around it and see if there's any ships around. So the way we're gonna stick with the make player move, we're gonna still use this subroutine. No need to create any new subroutines. I do not believe. I don't think there should be any need. Anyway, so this should happen is when you miss. This should only happen when you miss. When the user misses, then we tell them, oh, you've had a close shot, because isn't obvious from the phrase close shot, meaning that you've missed but you are close. Surely you can tell by the phrase. Anyway, so what we want to check is okay, if you've missed, check around the board. Is there any ships nearby? So how we're going to do this is over here, where it checks if there's nothing on the board, this little hyphen, and it prints out sorry you've missed. We're going to before it prints out sorry you've missed, we're going to actually do a few calculations and see if you had actually a close shot. So to start, we're going to say is close shot count, and you'll see why I do a count. For x in range of is -1 and 2, and for y in range of -1 and 2. Why are we doing this? We're doing this so we can, why we're using these -1 and 2, it's so that we can actually check the squares, you know, so we can check, okay, let's check the left square, that'd be -1, because you're going to the left, and then if you want to check to the right, of course, that's +1, and that's why we have to use the -1 to 2. We can't use 1. We can't say -1 and 1, because in Python you have to always have +1 at the end of your ranges, because you start from 0. So there we go. And we're gonna say is if 0 is less than or equal. So if 0 is less than or equal to the row plus x, so we're looping it through, and it is less than or equal to 9, and if 0 is less than or equal, the reason why we have to do this check is because we also have to make sure that it doesn't check outside the board as well. So it must be less than or equal to 0. We don't want it to go off to -1, right, on the board, and it also must be less than or equal to 9, because we don't want it to go off to 10 and 11. It doesn't exist. So we must do that check. So we must go, okay, so if 0 is less than or equal to row plus x, so let's say that's -1, right? Then do the check. Then do, you know, over here, if board row plus x and column plus y is in. So if it has any of these, A, B, battleship, submarine, destroyer, or patrol boat, yeah, then close shot count plus equals 1. So what we're saying, okay, so if 0 is less than or equal to rho plus x, so it's let's say the rho was n was 2 minus 1. Okay, that's 1. Okay, so is less than not less than yeah, so if it's less than or equal to rho plus x, and if it's less than or equal to 9, yep, sure, that fits in. And if the column again is in between the 0 and 9, that's what it's just checking. And if it's that, okay, that's fine. Now it's gonna say, okay, so if rho plus minus 1, i.e. that minus is the 1, and if column plus minus, we'll use minus 1 as an example, and if there's actually a ship there, that means you were actually close, you were 1 square off. If rho plus 1 and column plus 1, so if it's now on the right side of the square, okay. And if there was actually a ship there, okay, you're also close. This also does diagonally as well, so that also does work as well. And so close shot plus 1. Why did I decide to put a close shot variable? It's because there can be multiple close shots. So imagine if there was a whole line of battleships going towards the south. Of course, they were vertical and they were towards the south. And because this does horizontal, vertical, and diagonal checking, that would count. There'll be 2 ships there already. So let me display in a file, for example. So let's say, oh look, here's an example. So let's say over here you have 4 battleships, and you hit over here. Here's your hit, right? The program should be able to see, okay, you have 2 close shots because you have one over here right next to me, and you got one diagonally. That's 2 shots, and that's what the close shot does. It counts to see how many close shots you have. The reason you have the close shot as well is so that you don't print out twice you had a close shot. You can just print out one line. You've had 2 close shots instead of having to print, you have a close shot, you have a close shot twice as well. So once you have all that, let's get out of the for loop, because otherwise you'll repeat it because you're in a for loop. Let's just say if close shot count is greater or equal to 1, let's print out. Let's do a string over here. Close shot count. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change it. Let's say actually no, because you already print out. Sorry. Okay, no, we'll do it like this. Yeah. Close shot count plus, and we'll just say close shots with the bracket. So like that. Because imagine you only have 1, you don't want to say shots, you want to say shot. So there we go. Now let's run this, and let's actually load the training file, as it's a better way to check if it works. Let's see over here. So yeah, let's say I hit over here. Let's see what happens. 9 and 1. 2 close shots because it calculated. Yes, you have 1 close shot over here, and you have 1 close shot and 1 close shot over here as well. Let's do over here. Let's come over here, over here. That'll be 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, and that'll be a 9. Just 8 plus 1. And oh, am I mistaken? Minus was minus. Oh, miss. Oh, because I hit over here. Okay, yeah, okay, so the hit was over here. Okay, 3 close shots. So yep, there will be 3 close shots because we'll be 1, 2, and 3, and you won't get this one because it's 2 squares. But yeah, so you got 1 over here diagonally right over here. You got another right above, and you got another diagonal right there. So yeah, that's it for close shots. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys next next time when I'm going to be doing, we're going to be changing the rows from numbers to letters. Goodbye.